Hello again, YouTube. I thought I'd do a video about my NeoGeo collection, seeing as I was doing a bit of a cleanup and, well, to be honest, I'm considering selling off a few things, not necessarily NeoGeo stuff, and I decided I might as well just grab all my NeoGeo stuff and lay it out on the floor and let you have a look. So I'll start off with my AES, which you can see here. I picked up two of the controllers and when I was in Tokyo, and I changed the ball tops because they were kind of cracked. Well, not cracked, but they kind of faded a bit, so I went for the Sanwa white and a Sanwa red just to kind of differentiate them. And of course then I picked up the actual AES console, surprisingly light for what they are. What one is this? I know people like their serial numbers. I don't think my one's anything special. 157300. Yeah, great unit. I always wanted a NeoGeo from reading computer and video games back in the day. Seeing these £100, £150 games that you could never possibly dream to own. But I got my opportunity and I certainly cashed in. I'm probably going to name these wrong because I have no clue. I think this is it Fatal Fury 2? I have no idea. I'm desperate when it comes to the games when they're written in kanji. I have no idea what they are until I literally put them on and load up the game. I know that's one of the chaps off King of the Fighters, but it looks like Fatal Fury. Could be completely wrong. There's that one. What's this guy? I'm guessing it's Fatal Fury Special of some sort. And believe it or not, I think I have a dupe of this. We'll come back to that. Samurai Spirits, or as known in the West, Samurai Shodown. This is a pretty cool game, I have to say. And it was one of the first NeoGeo games I saw on TV, on the Games Master TV show with Dominic Diamond. I'm sure the European guys, or at least the English and Irish guys, remember that TV show. And I think they played Samurai Shodown, I can't remember, 2 or 3, and I was like, wow, you have animals while you're fighting. Cool. Last game. Love it. I picked up this guy here, King of the Fighters 94 3v3. It's actually boxed, which was pretty amazing, and I don't recall spending that much money on it. I guess King of the Fighters was available in a really small arcade where I lived for the approximate of 2 weeks before the town residents had it shut down because it had corrupted our little minds. So it was the only time I got to play King of the Fighters, and it was around the time that we all had Street Fighter on our Nintendos. And it was, Jesus, we all struggled trying to do the moves. But I think what's kind of cool about this particular one is that I managed to keep everything with it when I bought it. Let's just see. A couple of receipts. Let's see now. Right. Whenever you buy stuff from some of these retro shops in Japan, I like to give these little flyers about, the cart. Maybe I think you can kind of guess on it. Give it a little clean. The old magic blow of air onto them, and away they go. What was also cool though was that I got the instructions for this game. Not really too exciting. Great condition though. Oh boy, look at that. Some of the plastic is breaking on the box. Yeah, pretty poor. They're like old Betamax cases, really. This must be for Fatal Fury. Yeah, Fatal Fury 2, I was right. Little manual. All the moves, characters, etc. I'm keeping all that in one spot. Now I'll throw these back in here. Actually, let's keep that plastic. In my recent trip, I picked this up, which I believe I have already. But now I have it boxed and I suppose semi-sealed. Not really. So yet again, I've managed to buy 2 of the same game. I'm terrible. But there's a good reason for it. Yeah, well, there's the game, all boxed. It's obviously used but sealed. But check out the price, 500 yen, bargain. So it had to be bought. So I haven't bothered opening it. No idea. This could actually probably read, this game is completely faulty, do not sell, unless it's to some city gaijin. So that's probably what that says. What else have I got? Oh yeah, the NeoGeo Pocket. Now I have a very humble collection for this little guy. Let's see here. So, Bust a Move or Puzzle Bobble. Great game. Probably one of my favourite NeoGeo games. Being a sucker for Bub and Bob, of course, as well. These cases are really brilliant. Yeah. And then, of course, Samurai Showdown 2. In all honesty, though, I'm not blown away by the NeoGeo Pocket, so I don't know. It just doesn't really blow my mind as much as I guess the Game Boy did. I know it's slightly in colour, but it's got that, you know, that kind of, what is it, 8-bit colour or whatever. I'm guessing this here is the name and address of the previous owner. I'm guessing because there's all stuff on the actual device for star sign was already set up on it, and I don't know if you can see this, but the original batteries as well. That's nuts. Like, take this out. As you can see, I never really play these things. Put you there. Obviously try not to rip the box, and then you get your NeoGeo Pocket. It's pretty decent condition. That's just a reflection from the light on the iPhone. It does have an amazing joystick. How cool is that? Everything's still intact, battery cover, etc. And more instructions. No shortage of instructions. I guess the other thing I just forgot to point out was that I bought one of these. I started collecting MVS games and I wanted to play them on the AES. This is prior to getting an MVS itself. And I think this was about €110, and it's literally an adapter that fits in the top, piggyback adapter, like an Action Replay, and you can see it there. And it basically converts the MVS cartridges into AES, and away you go. The downside is one or two games seem to be a bit iffy playing on it, and when I play them in the MVS they're perfect, so I guess that's you gotta have an issue with it somewhere, seeing as it's not a legit adapter. Now, what do we have right here? My MVS 4-port. Kind of disappointed it's a 4-port. I'd be just as well with a 1-port because the slots in my new Astro City can really only access this slot here because the power supply, or the power supply unit I guess, sticks out to about this height, so any cartridges plugged in here just won't fit, so it's a game over. So you literally, one slot would have been fine, but I've sold a 4 slot with the cabinet, so happy enough with that anyway. Can still play the games. What have we got here then? In the shock boxes, my wife's personal favourite, Magical Drop. Shock boxes are brilliant, they really are awesome. It's a shame they weren't kind of a standard thing with the NeoGeos or the MVSs in the for the arcades, because they really are cool. I'd love to know who came up with that idea. they add some kind of substance to what is really pretty cool games, and it's a great way to display them as well. Last Blade. These are obviously all not official covers as well. I think these are all just kind of, I guess, what people would like to see on the covers. Great game, really good game. Probably some of the best music in any of the beat 'em ups. A little story about this one is this actually came inside my cabinet when it arrived, and I wasn't too up on the kanji, and I thought it was Samurai Shodown. And it was only when I played it I was like, oh, Last Blade, damn it, because I have that one already. Puzzle Bobble, the usual. Cart. Probably my favourite puzzle game, and it's really the only game you need in the NeoGeo, because it is so much fun and everybody loves it. It was a must buy. I do have one of these shady multi-game carts. Most of them are all duplicates of each other, which is a bit disappointing, but there's one or two games there that it's good to be able to just play them and, you know, not have to fork out. But then if you really like them, you probably will end up forking out, knowing me. Kind of an oldie but a goodie. Last Resort. I don't have a box for it. Shoot 'em up or type clone. More to say. It's excellent. Very difficult. Very, very difficult game. But again, the music, the whole game is great. Metal Slug 2. Unsure if it's a boot. You can kind of see the hologram is still there and the serial numbers have been scratched off, so maybe not. But what more do you say? Metal Slug, always good games. Metal Slug 1. You know yourself, it's Metal Slug, can't go wrong. Samurai Shodown 2. Picked this up from Stuff I Wrote recently. Thank you, Ian. Haven't tested it, but I know it works. Maybe this is the downside of having a tated cabinet. You don't really get to appreciate your MVS games. But I might be solving that problem shortly. And here's another Last Blade. And this is definitely another original serial number intact and the hologram, the whole lot. I really need to offload one of them. And kind of another recent pickup, also from Ian, Stuff I Wrote. Follow him on Twitter, guys. Follow him on YouTube. He picked up these, I guess, do you call them repro boxes or shock boxes? Or I have to say they're really neat. The only thing that kind of confused me is they're like Japanese style. You open it the wrong way around. Right to left. Or sorry, yeah, right to left. Or right to right. You'd expect them to open from to the left instead of to the right. So, Art of Fighting. Top Players Golf. And Puzzled Upon. Yeah, Puzzled Upon playing this game. I'd never really given it much of a go. I looked at a couple of videos on YouTube and I said, you know what? That could be a nice Puzzle Bobble clone and quite enjoyable. So that is the mess that I've just made showing you these games. Thank you, YouTube. Maybe in the near future you might get to see these on a cabinet that is not tainted or tattooed or whatever way we want to call it. And it might be a new Astro City. So talk soon, guys. Cheers.